Hello dear students, in the last class we have completed second unit, that is satellite subsystems. We have learned five types of satellite subsystems and also space qualification and reliability. We studied all the satellite subsystems and learned the significance of a communication subsystem also. Today we'll start unit 3, that is satellite link design. Satellite link design. The contents of this unit are basic transmission theory, system noise, temperature and G by T ratio, design of downlink, uplink. Next one is design of satellite links for specified C by N ratio. Next, system design example. In order to design the uplink or downlink, fundamental concept we need to study, that is basic transmission theory. In basic transmission theory, we try to calculate the power received by the receiver. It may be earth station or it may be the satellite. The calculation of power received by an earth station from a satellite is the basic concept in a satellite communication. Consider an isotropic source here, that is nothing but a satellite, is radiating the power in all directions, and for example it is covering an area a meter square which is at a distance r meters. This is the basic map of a transmitter and the receiver. Here the flux density is initially calculated. The flux density crossing the surface, that is F equal to Pt by 4 pi r square. Pt by 4 pi r square, where Pt is the power transmitted and r is the distance between the satellite and the receiver, that is earth station. Thus the power received by the real antenna with the effective aperture area is given as Pr equal to, we already know this relation, PTGTAE by 4 pi r square. Okay, so the power received by the real antenna at the earth station is PTGTAE by 4 pi r square. The fundamental relation in antenna theory is Pr equal to PTGT-GR by 4 pi r by lambda whole square, where for the denominator term 4 pi r by lambda whole square is known as path loss. And this expression is known as link equation. This expression is very important. It has a name. It is called as a link equation. The product, that is PTGT, is called as a EIRP, that is effective isotropic radiated power. It describes the combination of transmitting power and antenna gain in terms of isotropic source. The same equation can be written in terms of logarithmic values or decibels, like PR equal to EIRP plus GR minus various losses, that is LP path loss, LA atmospheric loss, LTA transmitting antenna loss, LRA receiving antenna loss. So PR equal to EIRP plus gain of the receiving antenna minus various losses. The next concept is system noise, temperature and G by T ratio. We know that noise temperature provides a way of determining how much thermal noise generated by various devices in the receiving system. Here receiving system is the earth station. Remember that in this entire unit, whenever you say receiving system, It is a earth station. Whenever you say transmitter, it is a satellite. Okay. The noise power is general equation for the noise power is given as Pn equal to K into Tn into B, where K is the Boltzmann constant, Tn is the noise temperature of the source, and B is the noise bandwidth. Next, calculation of system noise temperature in the receiver. You can see here, this is the noise model, system noise model of the receiver. So it is expressed as TRF, okay, temperature of the RF amplifier, gain of the RF amplifier, temperature in the mixer, gain of the mixer, temperature in the IF amplifier, gain of the IF amplifier. So like this, the various modules present in the receiver, all the modules temperatures have been considered here, as well as gain also considered here. And finally, an expression for the total system noise temperature considering each and every module's temperature is expressed in the below equation, GIF, GM, RF into, so there is a big equation here. So here the G by T ratio for earth stations, so gain to temperature ratio. Okay, so the link equation is written in terms of C by N. So if you observe any receiver performance is being generally estimated in terms of carrier to noise ratio. So this carrier to noise ratio is written for the receivers, that is earth stations, in order to estimate the performance of the receiver. So that is C by N equal to PT GT GR by K into TS into Bn lambda by 4 pi r whole square. Here, if you observe C by N, I have rewritten the same equation in another fashion. C by N equal to PT GT K by KBN into lambda by 4 pi r whole square into GR by TS. If you observe, C by N is proportional to G by T. It's proportional to G by T. Okay, so C by N is depending upon the gain of the receiver and temperature of the system noise temperature of the receiver. So here the next concept is satellite communication link design procedure. In order to establish a link between the satellite and the earth station, or earth station and the satellite, whatever it may be, that is uplink or downlink, the design procedure is same. The design procedure is same, and it has 8 steps. The first one is determine the frequency band in which system must operate, C band, Q band, K band, etc. Okay. And second one is determine the communication parameters, okay, of the satellite. And if you don't know any the communication parameters, then estimate the values of those parameters. Next, the third one is determine the parameters of transmitting and receiving earth stations. The fourth one is start at the transmitting earth station, establish an uplink budget and a transponder noise power to find C by N for the uplink. Next one is find the output power at the transponder based on the transponder gain. Sixth one is establish a downlink power and noise budget for the receiving earth station. And then calculate the C by N for the downlink. When you know C by N for the downlink and C by N for the uplink, then you can calculate the overall C by N. That is, add these two, C by N and uplink and C by N downlink. Next, calculate the BER in the baseband channel. And finally, evaluate the result. Compare with the specifications. If any C by N ratio is being, that is uplink C by N ratio value or downlink C by N ratio value is being deviated, then your assumptions related to the transmitter parameters or receiver parameters need to be changed. So this requires several trial and error or trial designs or trial and error methods. Okay, so once you assume some values, you may get the required C by N ratio, or sometimes you may not get. So you need to, every time you need to change the transmitter and receiver parameters and obtain the specified C by N ratio. This is a trial and error method. Okay, so like this you need to establish the link between the satellite and the earth station, or earth station and the satellite. Okay, thank you very much.